Good morning. I'm off on what I'm calling a 2-hour or so wildlife outdoor photography challenge. My wife dropped me off. I've got about 2 hours, maybe a little bit less, to see what kind of photos I can get out here at Wyth State Park. We were out here yesterday fishing, and we caught a few fish, but I saw many bird species in the backwaters. So I thought I'm going to go out and see if I can get some photos of those if they're out today, and we'll see what I can do. This is going to be a hard push, because first I have to paddle from the boat ramp to the backwater and then see if I can get the photos that I want. We're going to give it a try. I should be to the backwaters in about 5-6 minutes. I think I'm going to be happy that I'm paddling into a little bit of breeze, just to keep the bugs at bay. Makes a little more work to paddle, but that's okay. Yesterday in one spot there were 3 great blue herons all together, and I did see one green heron in flight, so there's a possibility I might actually see some nice stuff. All I want to do is come away with 1 or 2 good pictures, just to prove I can do it. And the pictures that I take for this challenge, they have to be decent pictures too. I can't just be snapping away. Unfortunately, I missed documenting a spiny soft-shell turtle. I thought it was a stick until I got closer, and then it was too close and it dropped down underwater. But here is the entryway to this backwater area, and I don't know how far back I'm going to get. I'm going to make the best of it. Maybe I don't need to go all that far. I do see a bird in the tree there, that dead tree. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, there was a great blue heron and I didn't even see it. Oh, it's going to go down though. And whatever bird was in the tree has either moved or flown away. Oh, the heron's in that dead tree. All right, let's see what I can do here. Better get my cameras ready. That heron is not in a good spot with the bright background behind it. So I'm not going to waste my time. Up ahead I see waterfowl. I'm guessing mallards. I don't know for sure. Yes, mallards. When we were out here yesterday, we got treated to an osprey flying around. I'd take that today. And I think we've got eastern kingbirds or something on the log up ahead. The log's sticking out of the water. Catching bugs. I really thought maybe I would see more back here, but I'm not. At least not out in the obvious open. So I guess I'll be working a little harder. I'm gonna move up here to the right, get past these dead logs, these dead trees, and then move to the right and see if I can get back in that area. There's a great egret up ahead. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get close enough or not. We'll see. Where the water moves ahead is to the left, in the low water, shallow water. I'll just do a real slow approach. They're usually pretty skittish, so I don't know if I'll get close enough or not. One picture. That'd be a great picture for today. Almost in a spot I can maybe get a picture. It's deep in the vegetation. Oh boy. I did it. I think. I'm not going to push my luck. I'm really surprised that the egret hasn't taken off yet. I wonder if it's hunting frogs. This is where I have to just sit patient. And just like that, with no indication at all, I wasn't even moving, the egret took flight. But it didn't go far. I won't know until I look at my pictures on the computer, but based on the screen on the back of the camera, I might have gotten a nice shot or two. Great egrets are hard to shoot just because of the exposure variables. They're so white, everything around them is dark, so you play a little exposure dancing game to get it right. Hopefully I did, since I was shooting as it was on the fly and I'm in a canoe, twisting and trying to not to tip over. Up in the distance at the edge of the water, you might see that that's where the great egret sat down. But I won't paddle directly at it. Actually, I see something else I want to photograph if I can get to it. And I don't know why I wouldn't. And that's the fragrant water lily blossoms. All I need is one. Oh, we have a flycatcher species of some sort here on this stump. I'll work that before I go to the lily. Oh, it flew. Back here you have to kind of look a little bit closer. Other than the great egret, the wildlife hasn't been obvious. It's the type that all blends in well with its surroundings. That's okay. The breeze is making this challenging. But there's no bugs, so I'll take it. I do believe I have fragrant water lily images. I shot fragrant water lily pictures with my long lens, and now I'm going to switch to a shorter lens. I'm closer, and I'm going to put a polarizing filter on and see if I can make that water darker, that background water. Usually the water is reflecting some of the sky. That makes it distracting. Oh yes, that polarizer made a world of difference. Boy, that great egret with the dark background, if I can get a good exposure, will be pretty. But it's burning out those feathers. Boy, I just don't know if I'm going to get this exposure right. It's so challenging. I may have got a picture. I really don't know. I won't know till I look on the computer. I think my 2-hour nature photography challenge has been worthwhile. What a beautiful bird. Oh, I hope at least one turns out. It's interesting that right now I'm listening to the church service. They're talking about retreat time and how to get closer to God. Moments like this do it. I wonder if it's getting ready to fly. Wow. I'm not gonna follow it. Unbelievable. Hopefully I got some nice pictures. If I did, I will put them at the end. Actually, I'll just probably put a bunch of pictures at the end if I got any. If I manage to get lucky on these exposures, because I'm shooting bright white against dark backgrounds with both the fragrant water lily and the great egret. But hopefully I got at least a couple, 2 or 3 decent pictures, maybe more. But I'm gonna work my way back out a little bit and see if I can find something else. George Wyth Park is so pretty and has so much wildlife considering it's right in town. But boy, is it noisy. That non-stop traffic noise is loud. But I enjoy it. I think now I'll be watching more for the camouflage birds, the flycatchers, the phoebes, or the wood peewees, those kinds. Let's see what I can find. Oh, there was a kingfisher. I didn't even notice it. I missed it, but there was an osprey over here to the right. One of these dead trees. Doggone it. There's a reason they're one of the top predators in the bird world. They're always watching. The osprey distracted me, but up here on this log, right in front of the canoe, there's one or two of the birds catching bugs. There was an eastern kingbird, but I'm not sure what this one is. I don't know which one it is. But I'll bet it's in the flycatcher family. In today's message, he's still talking about retreat time. And he prefers nature, as do I. It's great. I do this. I try to get out in nature at least a few minutes every day. And since I retired, it's been longer. But I try to get out every day. And I think I've become a better person for it. There's a kingbird straight ahead. My 2 hours or so for this photo challenge are about up. My wife will be picking me up shortly. We have another eastern kingbird here to the, well, no, it's in front of me. Oh, and a turtle. Let's get some variety, shall we? My time for my 2-hour wildlife, nature, outdoor photo challenge is about done. My wife will be picking me up shortly, so I need to be paddling back to the boat ramp. I need to just comment a little bit on what happened today. I had no idea when I planned this that I would have a great egret that was so cooperative, the eastern kingbirds, see the osprey. I had no idea. I figured it would be great blue herons, and I don't know that I even shot a great blue heron photo. But that's just the way nature photography has been for me. I'm in my 24th year of shooting a picture a day, and when I started, I thought, oh, I'm going to be doing a lot of repeats, or there's going to be days when I just don't find anything to photograph, and it has not been the case. Every day, I am blessed to have something else to take pictures of. Sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's really pretty, sometimes it's tragic, but there's always something. I have really learned to see through my picture a day challenge. Today was extra special because it coincided so much with the message that Pastor Chip was saying about getting out, being with God, And I do this almost every Sunday. I listen to the message while I'm out looking at wildlife, looking at nature. And it's such a great way to start my week. And this week's message was particularly timely. So with that, I'm gonna get out here pretty quick and hit the open water and the breeze, and maybe it'll blow me right to the dock and I won't have to work too hard. But if I do this right, I'll get there about the time that my wife pulls up to pick me up. For those who have watched this entire video, I really encourage you to get out and have your connect time too. Whether it's has a religious overtones to it or whether it's just for calming, I encourage you to get out. I know it does wonders for me, and like I said, I try to do it every day. If you like these kind of videos, please give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and share it with others. I hear from a lot of folks, especially folks that can't get out anymore, how much they appreciate going out on these simple little adventures with me. So please consider sharing it with others. And as I always say, I do thank you so much for watching. This has been fun, and I do thank you for watching.